Alright, this is the SSCC Espresso Crit, my B grade win. I've got the Sony Alpha A9, one of the few units in the country right now. We're testing it out on my crit race.
That is insane.
And yeah, this thing is insane. 20 frames a second. It will focus every single shot.
So it's a bit of a chilly start at Southo, and good day out.
So the race started off very, very quickly. I'll let you know the format. The format is 20 minutes of racing plus 2 laps. So super, super short. And with this particular race, there's only 2 preems, and only first place gets money as well. So it's like your first, second, and third, but your second and third are preems, and your first place takes home the cash. So it's an all or nothing, attack fest. I knew it was going to be hard. I knew it was going to be difficult. I knew it was going to be cold. So I basically just gassed the legs. Start, there was an attack. I've gone and gassed the legs, which warmed me up, but also got me in a good position to get in some of these shots. This camera is amazing, ridiculous. I had to play around with it before the race, and yeah, just it'll focus every single shot in between 20 frames a second. So I was soft pedaling at the front, and there was an attack. And being frontal, you have so much advantage. You can respond to attacks, you can soft pedal at the front, let riders come around you. You can choose to do whatever you want because you're in a good position to do anything. Yes, it takes a lot more power to sit at the front, but strategically, being in the top, say sort of 5 to 10 riders is, it's going to be hugely beneficial to any race that you do. This guy does a super slow attack. He's just allowing people to draft off him, which is not the best strategic wise, and he's sort of realized that, and the pace has come straight off. I've gone half wheeling here instead of braking, which is a really, really bad habit, and I should probably stop doing it. But anyways, it's a learning process. Crits are a learning process. When you see it in a video, you're like, okay, I probably shouldn't have done that. I've been pushed to the front, and again, if you're on the front, you don't have to drive the pace. I didn't have any teammates that I'm working for here, and I've basically just soft pedaled. If you soft pedal, the consequence is someone will generally attack, and this rider did. Fortunately, because I've actually been soft pedaling, I had the energy to respond, and I've been able to respond. There's probably been a lot of damage out the back, people dropping wheels, trying to essentially adjust to this surge of pace. The rider has decided, hey, you've brought me back, or you've responded to the attack, that's it, I'm done. So again, you'll see the constant theme of this race. I'm sort of 5 to 10 riders at the front, always, and the pace is kept super, super high, and you can tell that the pace for these races, for this race in particular, is quite high, generally because it's single line, like single file. The pace is really, really high, and you can tell it's very surgy as well. So if you have a look at the power, it goes up to sort of 600 watts and then back down, and then it'll go back up to 600 watts and then back down. So the normalized power is quite high, one of the highest I've ever seen in one of the crit races I've done. It was about 340 watts normalized for 25 minutes. This was the preem. I sort of half went for it and then decided to save my legs. And again, I've got that good frontal position. I've been able to push, and when people flick me through, I actually this time decided, instead of doing a soft turn, I would do a pretty decent turn just to keep the pace high, and hopefully no one would have the energy to attack over me. And that worked about as well as you would imagine. I basically had no energy to respond to this particular attack. I found myself going mid-pack and dropping a lot of wheels. It's probably not for this particular race, it was not the best idea. I helped the pack bring these two riders back, so the Breakaway, and then this guy attacked, but he stopped. And I reckon if he kept going, I would have blown up, and that would have been my race done. But luckily, you know, that was the time. No one decided, like, everyone just saved their gas. This was the last lap. Everyone saved their gas for the last lap. So I saved as much energy as possible. I saw this move coming out on the right, and I said, well, that is the wheel that I want to follow, right? So then you've got this top group of guys that have gone into this false flat uphill, and I've started my sprint about here. So I'm about 7 riders back at this point in time, and I've been able to sort of come around, use the draft on various riders, and I was able to time it pretty much to perfection to come across the line. So to do it in slow motion, I've used the draft here for this rider. I've had to bridge pretty heavily, but you'll see that I come as close as I can behind this guy's wheel, and then I pass around him. I use the draft of the lead rider here, and then I go right of him, and then I'm able to essentially just sprint as hard as I can for the line. And yeah, so I got pretty lucky. So this is the actual sprint, and you can see just the moment that this guy sort of realizes that I'm coming past him. He was not happy. But yeah, it was good fun. I really enjoyed myself, and yeah, it seems to be a good year so far for my racing. I hope to continue it. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and I'll see you guys next time.